for 10, holla at me. Being H-Town, Southside, Cloverland, daddy, I'm the man out in Dallas. Better ass Cali, Catman Cali with my eyes open valley. Blowing and spinning, going down Vinny. Drop 6, 4, 3, wheel and switch it. Red light stop, make it drop for the out. With it, anything you hear that I said.
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Los Angeles Clippers come in for this one. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Whoa! Goodness. Woo. Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it.
I tell you what, fellas, you might not see another one like that one for a while.
Well, last year, DeAndre Jordan turned in another great defensive performance. In fact, first team all-defense announced in the NBA after last season. Anchored his team as he always seems to do.
And Jordan was a force in the middle, over 2 blocks a game again, and changed countless others with his effort.
Now here's Paul. Shot clock at 6. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Griffin, and the rejection by LeBron. And the officials now calling the shooting foul. He got a lot of ball on the block, but also got the body, so some free throws coming up right now.
Yeah, you look at the advanced statistics for DeAndre Jordan and his defense at that end of the floor. Top 10 in defensive rating individually, and led the league in defensive win shares.
And Jordan has really improved his defense every year since Doc Rivers challenged him. Last season ended 3rd in the Defensive Player of the Year award race, but he has one in his future, no doubt, if he continues to progress.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And it's not often that one of your enforcers is also one of your best three-point shooters, but such is the case with J.R. Smith. Everywhere he's gone, he's played both roles, sometimes to the team's benefit, but others to its detriment.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Sheer, unadulterated power right there. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely. A resounding dunk.
Just a take-no-chance slam by the big fella.
Greg, on the topic of Smith, you never know what his personality is going to bring to the game, or Clark, even the moment.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Moment to moment, it's an adventure. When the good JR is rolling, he's knocking down threes, playing solid D, creating havoc for the opponent. Bad JR is taking and missing wild shots, going to sleep on defense, and causing problems for his own team.
Yeah. They kick it out to Green. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And that one is hammered home.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
Here's Paul, following the score by Cleveland. Griffin. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Jordan with the screen on Irving. Stolen by Thompson. And the jam by J.R. Smith.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Ball passes to Reddick. That 3 off the mark. Clippers were so strong on the road last season. They led the league, Clark, in field goal percentage while on the road. And actually they scored more points away from Staples than in it.
Especially down the stretch, Kevin. I mean, they finished the regular season with 8 straight road wins to get home court advantage in the first round. Superb.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Iman Shumpert is checked in for Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Jordan. And Bahamute comes in for Blake Griffin. Johnson, he's checked in for Green. And it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick. Los Angeles making a switch here. Rivers checked in. Dellavedova dishes to Mozgov. Here's Fry. Gets to the corner and buries it.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Mozgov with the block. They get it back. Johnson attacking. From 13, LeBron with the bucket. LeBron's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Nice bucket there. I mean, they are playing really, really smart basketball.
IQ basketball, smartphone basketball, whatever you want to call it. Even though the lead's not that large, they're still in charge right now.
And now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Cleveland.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And guys, add to that the fact that they have really done a great job of attacking the ball handler with their defensive pressure and forcing turnovers.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Austin Rivers is out there with Crawford. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Cole Aldrich. And it's Mbamute in at the 4. It's hauled in by Jamal Crawford.
You rarely see him missing dunks. But the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he entered the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders carved like Michelangelo. But he had a long way to go in terms of his skill set, and you can see that evolution right before your eyes.
That's good.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
No good. Good D by Johnson. Clippers trail by 7. And talking about Iman Shumpert, he seemed to learn from working with LeBron and Kyrie last year.
Yes, Shumpert was brought over for his defense, clearly. But as a bonus, his offense improved and got better. Now let's see if he can build on that going forward.
2 on the clock. Mozgov with the block. And James with the basket on the assist from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got 3 assists in the game. Well, we know the Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price giving up the 2 first-rounders, but thus far he's proved to be worth it.
A different look now for Cleveland. Love check in for Mozgov. Smith comes in for LeBron. And Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. Griffin comes in for Mba'amoute. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And Chris Paul subbed in for Austin Rivers. And that is good. That's 7 points for Blake Griffin.
And the Mozgov trade, guys, for the Cavs, I think can be viewed as their big turning point in the season. He completely changed the defense of their team. He was that missing piece of the puzzle.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. That's tipped.
Well, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Paul goes in. Pass to Redick. From deep. And another three for the Clippers.
They started the game off tortoise-like, but their offense coming to life.
Yeah, they've got a little bit more pep in their step as they start to put together some rhythm. Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
The Cavaliers have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And another three for the Clippers.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Jordan with it. Picked up by Thompson. And Griffin slams it in.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Paul against Irving. Baseline jumper. The rebound by Kevin Love. Love's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
There's a minute left in the first half. Irving against Paul. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Iman Shumpert. And then for Los Angeles, Pierce has checked in for Griffin. And it's Green in for Wesley Johnson. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Paul. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap. Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you've come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
They've had a strong game on that front, Clark, no doubt about it. Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Clippers ahead. They finish off the second quarter with a tremendous 17-6 run. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. Blake Griffin really making a difference here.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Blake Griffin played a great quarter of basketball. 9 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Ball outside. He dishes it to Jordan. And stolen by Irving. For the finish. And Love throws it down.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker. I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And the Clippers call time here.
And for Kevin Love, such a big part of that Minnesota Timberwolves franchise. I mean, they drafted him 5th overall back in 08, and really he had been their catalyst his entire career. Even last year when he decided he finally wanted out, he helped the Wolves land Andrew Wiggins in the trade that shook the league.
Irving against Paul. Passes it to Green. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Here's Thompson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
They kick it out to Green. Back to Griffin. Power down with both hands.
Guys, he's one of the main reasons this game is tied up. I mean, he's done his part to keep them in it.
Well, Kevin Love, and we've kind of gone over some things in Minnesota with Greg, but Clark, Kevin Love probably wasn't long for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, it was time for fresh scenery, and that's why the Cavs offered up the house, including Wiggins, who eventually became Rookie of the Year for the chance to get there. His eyes just simply light up when he gets that close to the bucket, and you just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Here's Griffin, and Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for the Clippers. Rivers comes in for Chris Paul. On defense, Cleveland. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Rivers kicks to Crawford. On the wing, Green. 3 on the clock. And stolen by Love. Here's Smith. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Quick hands on the steal, and then just bad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Damon Shumpert is checked in for Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. The Clippers also changing it up. Redick comes in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Paul in for Austin Rivers. Good on the shot. Redick's got 9.
And Coach Doc Rivers wears multiple hats for this organization. Not only is he the head coach, but also in charge of all basketball operations, really the leader in a lot of ways for this team.
And Shumpert kicks to LeBron. Good on the three-point shot. 13 points in the game.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team. And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
Oh! Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Paul kicks to Redick. The three-pointer off the mark. Feeds it to Shumpert. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
This is a nice third-quarter surge here. They've got it going right now.
And a perfect time to get hot, just as we get into the meat of the second half here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Cavaliers lead by 8. And we'll get the hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Pierce is out there with Jordan. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. Paul passes to Johnson. The feed now to Jordan. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
2 shots.
Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
Arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed. And it's Paul penetrating. It's Redick on the wing. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And Wesley Johnson with the slam.
And the deeper we get into this game, it seems like the more the offenses are in rhythm.
Without question. I mean, both of these teams are firing on full broadband bandwidth. I mean, full throttle ahead.
And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from J.J. Redick.
Really opportunistic basketball there. And when they desperately needed timely opportunistic basketball.
And it really couldn't have come at a better time. I mean, they've got to take even more chances on defense now. Try to get some more of those steals to start the break.
And, you know, Kyrie Irving really ambidextrous as a ball handler because you can't play him to one side, and he's ambidextrous as a finisher, too. He's so creative and crafty. Terrific at the rim with both hands.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Boy, Kevin Love certainly is one of the best passing big men in the league.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here's Dellavedova. Covered by Redick. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And one thing about Irving's ball handling, he does a great job of protecting the ball. A very low rate of turnovers for a player as aggressive as he is on the bounce.
LeBron's checked in for the Cavaliers. And the Clippers with the change here, too. Griffin's checked in.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. LeBron is running. Irving, good. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. He was not happy with their play to this point, telling them we're getting out hustled, plain and simple. There's still time, but we've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Cavaliers leading by 11. Johnson with the block. And finished off by LeBron.
And they looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. And we've seen it time and time again here. You know, one of the things I think we forget about with Chris Paul is just how clutch he is as a player. I mean, hitting the go-ahead shot in Game 7 against the Spurs last postseason was a big reminder to everyone that this guy is clutch.
Here's James. Here's Thompson. Soft touch off the glass. And the Cavaliers lead